Okay, so you just passed your test and congratulations. Now you gotta decide which brokerage do I choose. Well, we're gonna go over in this video why eXp is so agent friendly and beginner friendly.
I'm Veronica and I am a brand new agent. And I'm gonna tell you why eXp was my choice for a broker and how it was so easy.
Hi, I'm Hopkins and welcome to the Agent Revolution. On this channel, we explore all the systems, habits, and vehicles that drive success. We also discuss how eXp applies these systems to build actual wealth in our lives. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell so you're notified every time there's a new video, which we try to drop every single week. Okay, so Veronica, tell me a little bit about your journey. How did you end up in eXp?
Well, other than meeting you, I have always wanted to be in real estate for years, and really I think it was just my own fear kind of holding me back. And everyone that I had spoke to about real estate always said how difficult it was to start. And I was in a career for 15 years that I loved, so I stayed. In November, I met Adam, and he kind of inspired me to stop waiting. And he told me a lot about eXp, and so just a couple months later, I got my license, and here I am.
So when you were thinking about selecting a brokerage, what was important to you in the brokerage you would pick?
Sure. Being that I've been in the career force for, almost 20 years now, everybody has had their experience of working for a company maybe they feel like doesn't care about them. Maybe there's not the education that's there for them. So going into real estate, I really wanted to know I was going to have the support that I was going to need as a new agent, the education available to me that I knew I was going to need because I didn't know anything about real estate other than what the average home buyer or seller would know. And I just wanted to know that it was going to be an easier process, and eXp really offered that with their whole virtual cloud-based brokerage. I really liked the concept of that. And Adam, you did a great job showing it to me. In fact, I was able to enter into our cloud base, which we call the World, as a guest. So I had access to it. I got to play around in there.
Before you even became an agent.
Yeah, they allowed me to go in and walk around like a normal agent and ask.
Because you're like little Sims guys.
It's a virtual reality in a sense.
Yeah.
So you have an avatar that you get to create. I probably spent way too much time creating my shoes and my whole look in there, but it's fun. And then you're just walking around, and they've got all the different offices. They've got an education center. So it was at first a little different or overwhelming, like what is this? But once you just spend a little bit of time, and they do have classes on how to access it more easily, then it's nothing now. So.
Yeah, it almost really does feel like an office that you're going into, because they're like buildings and you go into it. You kind of forget about
right.
Yeah.
It's a virtual reality.
Now, you've taken some classes in eXp. What was that like?
Great. I mean, it's almost like being in college again. So you enter into these big auditoriums where you're sitting down and you have your speaker and the stage in front of you. And so you're sitting there to learn. There's live classes, so you could actually interact with one another. You could raise your hand and speak to the speaker. So it's very interactive. If you're someone like me that prefers to go at a fast pace, and I don't want to have to adhere to a schedule, a time, and sit there, then you can do pre-recorded educational classes, which I really enjoy because I could just, do 5 consecutive in a row. But it's geared around however you want to learn.
Right. I like the fact that there was like a chat room, where you could interact with other people. I also really liked getting feedback from agents from all over the country. What are they doing well?
Right.
What are they not doing well? So expanded what other agents are doing in real time, which I really like.
With the World, I can access everybody at one touch. I could go into my broker's office and talk with them. I could go into the education center, so everybody's on there at the same time.
It's
one
really
office.
Accessible.
One hub.
That. Yeah.
It's so easy.
It's true. There's over 600 people that are hired full-time there to support every agent. So, it's you grab like a little ticket on an area. Say you're a new agent, you're onboarding, you grab a ticket, and then you're immediately portaled into talking with the person, and it usually, takes maybe a minute, 2 minutes.
It's
and then
fast.
and then you're talking with somebody and you're asking, okay, I don't know how to do this, and you get your answer.
They point you in the right direction.
Yeah, or they post a link to that right there. And so it's just resolved very quickly. So I like that kind of thing. What would you say to an agent that maybe likes to have a physical office versus this? How would this, how is that different?
Yeah, I mean, there definitely is an aspect that could be missing for some people if you're used to more of a tangible experience, or maybe you're the type that you need and want to have this type of interaction. That is what the sponsorship, I think, really is about. Adam is my sponsor, meaning I signed up under him. So he's my go-to person. He's also a seasoned agent. Mm-hmm. So he knows everything about the real estate industry, and he knows everything about the state that we're in. So if I can't go and use the resources that are there for me, I know I could come to him. But he also has agreed to be my mentor. So I love that when they explain to me that eXp offers a mentor program. It is something that I actually buy into just for my first 3 transactions. And it is well worth it, every penny that goes towards that. So he is going to spend more time on maybe the transactions and the details behind maybe the contracts. He's taught me how to do an open house. He's helped me design my business cards. We've done listings, buyers, everything. I've just been his little shadow.
Yeah. And that's one of the nice things about having a mentor. You can come and shadow me. You can, recruiting phone calls, she's been able to shadow me. I've done listing presentations and calls. She can be in on all of those things in real life and learn it over time rather than here's a script, go rehearse it a few times, or you're going to a class. I think there's some greater support. It may not be just like in an office, but I've been in those offices. People are busy. The people who are successful, they're busy. They want to be interrupted and take your time.
Or teach you their secrets.
Yeah, or teach you the secrets.
It can be very competitive. I'm learning that.
Yeah, you're absolutely touched on some points there, because before I was with eXp, I didn't share everything I did with others, because especially if you're working for expired listings and FSBOs, when I was with Keller Williams, they were constantly pressuring me to teach other agents to do what I'm doing. I'm like, I don't want more agents calling freaking people. They're already getting hammered by 300 people at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's not going to benefit. So I had this like scarcity mindset that I love the fact that eXp makes it so that we're partners. We're not. You're not my team member, and I'm taking 50% of your split like I would if you're in a team.
Right.
You get your own split, you get your own money, but we share a benefit. There's a financial benefit for
connected.
Me. Yeah, to do that. And so I want to see you succeed. And so there's a motivation to do that, and I don't feel that competition.
Which is, I love that we're explaining this, because in looking into eXp, I had several friends in different states that actually were agents with eXp. Mm-hmm. And then I had some friends that were agents with other brokerages. And they always had this same comment, that this fear of it being this multi-level marketing, this pyramid scheme. Oh, don't do eXp because of this. And it's so funny to me, because once he sat down and we discussed the pay structure, the way I'm going to benefit and my daughter's going to benefit in the future from stock investments. I'm part owner in this company. How we could be on a team if we want, but it's an option. If you want to make more money, yes, you could build your team, but I can tell you as a new agent, and I have been on a multi-level marketing company before, it is not that in any way, shape, or form. So I just want to make that abundantly clear. That
is always used as a way to try to shame people away from even looking at what the benefits of eXp. And honestly, when I look at how much stock, because I was introduced to eXp in 2015. I was an experienced agent, and I'm like, no, I'm good. And truly my thinking was I wanted to create my own brokerage. That was my thinking. And so I didn't listen to what eXp had to say until much later, when a close friend of mine said, no, Adam, this is freaking unbelievable. He said, Adam, this is the greatest opportunity in real estate history. You have to take a look at it. Even my closest friend, I was still like, yeah, whatever. I mean, it took a while for him to break through to me, because I had created this false narrative about eXp.
Right.
And
as a new agent, when I'm interviewing different brokerages in the beginning, these are the questions you're asking. What is your cap? How much do I have to give you before I get to keep more of it? What was brilliant to me was their business model of removing the marketplace, putting money back in my pocket. Once I hit my cap, that money is going to come right back to me in stock. So it's a no-brainer. So those were, for me, the top reasons why choosing eXp was just a really easy option. And the last couple months that I've been with the brokerage, it's been easy. There's been a ton of education. I do an educational video every single day.
Yeah.
And I spend a lot of time with my mentor. So I would highly recommend if you join, when you join, make sure you have a good mentor, and it'll make your process a lot easier.
We talk about sponsors and mentors. This is going to be confusing to you. If I'm your sponsor, I can be your sponsor anywhere in the world and still be your sponsor and work with you. We do it mostly through Zoom in those cases. In fact, I even do open Zoom calls with my people while I'm making phone calls so they can actually see me in real time.
Yeah, some of our teammates are in different states.
Yeah, we do. And so we do work on that. Then maybe in a different state, you'll also have a mentor as well as your sponsor. A mentor is the one who walks you through 3 transactions. Yeah. And so they're going to help you, and you could shadow them. You can go to their open houses. Most mentors will let you do anything that they're doing and see it in real time while you're doing it. So
hammer signs in the sidewalk with the wind, we've done it all.
We've done it all.
Yeah.
Now, a sponsor you can't change, so picking your sponsor right is really, really important. Your mentor, you can. If you get a mentor and you don't fit, it's just not right, they're not responsive, you just let your broker know or your sponsor know, and they're going to, or even just jump in the world, and they're going to reassign you to somebody else. And you should definitely do that if they're not taking care of you. When I've looked at a lot of reviews about agents that were new, and some of the things that they got tripped up on is they felt like they weren't getting the support, or the onboarding is a little tricky, and so they feel a little lost when they first got in here. What was your experience like with that?
So you do get a welcome email, and in the welcome email, it is so simple. There's hyperlinks with step-by-step how to create your logons, and then from there, once you're in the world and you join the onboarding team, it's going to give you a step-by-step on what to do first. So it made it really easy for me, and I just did it chronologically. And if I had questions about one thing, I would go into the world and I would go to the help desk. And the people that work the help desk are amazing. They are so thorough and so friendly and polite. They treat you well.
They really do.
That's a big deal. I've worked for companies and they don't. So everyone's pleasant and friendly and fast in their response. So and
I attribute that to the fact that we own this brokerage.
Yeah, we're all happy.
Even the people we're on there, they get stock options and stuff. I think we all own this company, and even when we put it on your business card, we're like agent owner. You're like,
yep,
I got to put an owner on here. Yeah. I mean,
it's awesome.
We're all agent owners of this company. So I think that there's a greater care. Everybody here. We really care about everyone succeeding, even if they're not directly my sponsors. There's something about that ownership. And like I was saying before, that I didn't join 2015, I figured out how much money in stock, and it's well over $1 million. I mean, it's like nearly $5 million that I lost in stock.
Wow.
By just doing my transactions and the programs, because you talked about a program, you touched on a little bit about how you can get all $16,000, because that's our cap, back in stock by production. And I was doing that kind of level of production, and the stock went up really well. That doesn't mean past performance is going to equal future performances, but we're just a growing company faster than any company in the history of the world. So you're part of a movement that is happening that is global, and it's
exciting.
Huge. It really is.
It's really exciting for me. I feel confident to think I'm joining a brokerage I'm probably going to stay with forever.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of longevity with this company. So eXp is not just, a brokerage. It really is a brand that I feel proud to be a part of.
Yeah. For me, most of my career, I just looked at a broker as a necessary evil. Just something I had to have, and I wanted to minimize the cost. In fact, before I came here, I found the cheapest brokerage I could possibly find. It was like $250 a transaction fee, no monthly fees, no nothing. And I left all that to give up $16,000. And the reason why I did that, and is another reason why I think it's one of the top 3 reasons for coming here, is that you're not only building a business, a career, but you're building basically a brokerage within a brokerage. So I'm building a team with you.
Right.
And I love that, because I've gained just as much from you as maybe you've gotten from me. Yeah, the collaboration. Yeah. It's just been amazing. You bring in deals or connections and people, and it's expanded my business as a result. Even though you're a new agent, I've gained more than I expected in the exchange. Does that make sense?
Yeah. For sure. There's a lot of synergy behind it.
Hopefully this has helped you in making a decision on eXp and if it's the right fit for you, we would love to talk to you. You can call me, you can call Veronica. I'll leave her personal information too.
Text me.
We can have a conversation. Just see if it's the right fit for you. Maybe we're the right sponsors. Veronica could be your sponsor. She's amazing too. Any one of us can help you build a business, how to get buyers and sellers, but also how to attract agents and be able to benefit from that exchange too, because what I found is both sides have benefited from that.
That could be our next video. That's like a whole nother thing.
That it really is. So be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified every time we do drop that video, and we will soon.
Yes.
So, Veronica, thank you so much for joining our channel.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
See you soon.
All right, catch you on the next one, guys.